Hey there, this is Dwayne from IFAS IT, and this is our Teams in 20 Minutes Quick Start video. Teams is a collaboration platform by Microsoft and is the default collaboration platform in IFAS. The goal of this video is to get you comfortable with this new app so that you can start working right away from anywhere. Teams is the hub for teamwork in Office 365. It lets you build a team environment dedicated to a project, research lab, or even a whole department, enabling your team to communicate in real time, make fast decisions, and share content as a group. It cuts across traditional boundaries by allowing one-on-one chats or group conversations to take place from anywhere on any device, such as your mobile phone, a desktop, or even just a web browser. Connect with peers and stakeholders from all around the world by adding guest users to your teams so that you can collaborate with ease. All you need is their email address and you're ready to go. What used to require an in-person meeting can now happen right in Teams through chatting, calls, video conferences, and file sharing. Please take a moment and pause this video to review the quick start graphic that's on your screen and familiarize yourself with the interface and the terms. To get started with Teams, the first place to go is the Office website. So open up your favorite web browser and navigate to office.com. From here, click Sign In. For the credentials, you'll want to use your UF email address, also known as your Gator link. You'll be redirected to the familiar orange and blue UF login page. Here, type in your Gator link username and password. Once signed in, you'll ask if you'd like to stay signed in. We always recommend checking this box because this will reduce the number of times that you're asked to log in. It will make access to office.com much easier. So go ahead, check this box and click yes. You'll be greeted with the office.com landing page. These are all of the applications that are a part of our Office 365 subscription. Today we're just going to talk about Teams, but you'll start to realize that Teams brings all of these applications together into one place and makes them even more powerful. Go ahead and click on the Teams icon. Teams will open up in a new browser tab, and this is the web app for Teams. This is a fully functional application that you can use on any computer from anywhere. If you'd like a richer experience, however, if you look at the bottom left, you'll be able to see the download application button. If you click that, you'll be able to install the full Teams app on your desktop. Here I'm in the desktop application for Teams. I'm currently looking at all of the teams that I am a member of. This is known as grid view, and I can see all of these teams as cards on the canvas. You may be wondering, what is a team? Well, a team is a collection of people. It's a group of people that are working on a common goal. It could be your lab, it could be your department, it could be a committee. There are a number of reasons that you would want to make a team, but those people are all working together on some sort of common goal. Inside of a team, you can organize your files, your apps, and your communications into channels. These are sort of like chat rooms. I see that there's something going on in the 4H channel because it has been marked as bold. So this indicates that someone has posted a message. I can see that my coworker Joe has actually mentioned me, asking me how this video is going. He may not know that I'm currently in the middle of recording it. Let's take a look and tell him. In this message happening in the channel, all of my teammates can see this conversation. So this is an easy way to make sure that everyone's on the same page. However, I can also use chat if I need to move this conversation to just between Joe and myself. So if I navigate over to the chat icon on my application bar, I can see current chats that I have going. If I would like to start a new chat, I can use the search or command bar and type in Joe's name, find him in the address list, and start a new message with him. So let's see how Joe's doing. We have read receipts inside of Teams chat. So I can see on the icon next to my message that he has read my message right here. Apparently Joe has been out picking up some new flare. Let's see if Joe has time for a quick call. Inside the Teams interface, you can easily elevate a one-on-one chat right into a video call by clicking the camera icon up at the top right of the chat. Hey Joe, how's it going?
Hey, good. Sorry, I know why you're calling. Look, I added the new cover sheets to the TPS reports. I sent them to the printer, but now it says PC load letter, and I don't know what to do. I think we need to call the assistant to the assistant regional manager.
Okay, all right, let me add him in. It's really easy to add somebody into a call here. I'm going to click the participants list. I'm going to type in our coworker's name, and he'll get conferenced in. So we're calling Andrew now. We'll bring Andrew into the chat and see what he says.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey buddy.
Hey, Andrew, really need some help. Having some problems with those reports.
Oh, I don't know if I can help. I just take the specifications from the customer and give them to the engineers.
Yeah. All right. All right, thanks.
All
We'll,
right,
we'll, we'll get some help somewhere else.
thanks buddy.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's how easy it is to take a simple instant messaging conversation or chat conversation and turn it into a video call and then even into a really quick ad hoc conference call. So now we're going to talk about teams and creating a team because I'm sure by now you want your own team, right? So if you go over to the teams list on the left side of your application, back up to all teams if you don't see that already. What you want is to get to this card grid view. Once you're in grid view, at the top right, you'll see join or create a team. We're going to click that and click create a team. You'll be presented with 4 options. And almost all the time, the correct option is other. You may be tempted to use staff or PLC or class. In IFAS, we found that our collaboration operation mostly relies on the other template. So pick other. Here you can generate a team name. I'm going to start my team prefixed with the name IFAS. This just makes it easy to identify which teams belong to us. I'm going to give my team a name. For right now, I'm going to leave my team private. You can make a team public. This will make it available for anyone at the entire university to join. Once my team's created, I'll be able to add members. But for right now, I'm going to skip that and I'm going to just have myself in this team for the beginning. Doing it like this gives me the opportunity to set some team settings and maybe even create channels that I think we may need to have conversations in prior to bringing members in. This also gives me the ability to craft a welcome message and post it in the general channel so that when I add new members, they will be able to see the reason and the purpose behind why they've been added to this team. Let's take a look at the team settings real quick. Click the 3 dots next to the name of the team and go to Manage Team. Here, you can look at the team settings. This is where you can modify members' permissions, and I suggest that if you want your team to be managed in a more moderated way, you can modify their ability to add and delete and remove channels. You can also edit guest permissions, control the ability of who can use team and channel mentions, and you can also generate a team code. A team code is very useful for adding people to your team. You can share this code on an internal website or department webpage so that when people come on board, they can get this code and this will allow them to join the team right away. So I'm going to create a channel now. So if I again go to the three dots next to my team name, I can click Add Channel. I'm going to click into Add. And now we have a channel that is dedicated for talking about TPS reports. So now that I have my channel set up the way that I'd like, I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of my teammates and add them to this team. To do that, simply click Add Member. Just like before, where we used the search and command box to find somebody and pick them from the address list, this is the same experience. When I add Joe to this team, I'll then have the ability to decide if I want him to be a member or an owner. We always suggest having 2 or maybe 3 owners in a team. This allows settings to be changed and memberships to be modified in case someone's out, but we do not suggest making everyone a member of your team. The only real difference between members and owners is owners can modify team settings and owners can add other members. A member can request another member to be added. That will generate a join request that can then be approved or denied by an owner. I'm going to jump into this TPS reports channel and I'm going to start a post. A post will be visible by all members that are in this team. We recommend always starting your post using the advanced formatting button because this allows you to format it with adding a subject. So when I type this message, I have the ability to @mention someone. So I'm going to @mention my coworker Joe, and this is going to draw his attention to this post. So to do this, I can easily use the @ symbol and then select Joe's name from the list. In advanced formatting mode, you have the ability to hit the enter key and drop down a few lines and break your text out into paragraphs. You can also do indentations, bullet lists, italics, quotes, and even format code properly. Once I have my message formatted the way that I'd like for it to look, I can click send, and that will post it into this channel. Joe will now receive an alert in his activity feed that he has been mentioned. And while we're talking about activity feed, let's jump over and take a look at mine. The activity feed is the bell at the top here on your application bar in Teams. This is kind of like your inbox. This is the first place you'll go when you open the Teams application to see what's been going on. The feed can be filtered to all kinds of different aspects of activity. So my personal favorite is to look at unread, so I can see all of the things that have occurred in my activity feed that I haven't looked at. I also like to filter by mentions. So this will show me all of the posts that have been mentioned, that have mentioned me across all of the teams that I'm a member of. Since it looks like Joe finally finished that report, I'm going to ask him if he can upload it directly into the TPS reports channel so that I can take a look. Looks like Joe has seen my post because he reacted to it. Inside of Teams, you get all kinds of reactions that you can do to different posts. This is a good way to acknowledge that you've seen a post. It's also a great way to express a little extra emotion if somebody posts something that makes you sad or happy, or my personal favorite, angry. So let's take a look at the Files tab here in Teams. So if I go up to the top, I can see that there are 2 tabs that come by default, Posts and Files. Files are where you will store files inside of each channel. So here's a new file that was just uploaded. I can see that it was uploaded by Joe. It's a PDF file. So Teams has lots of viewers built into it, so I can upload all kinds of different files, and even if my coworkers don't have the corresponding application installed, they'll still be able to at least see what I have uploaded. This works great with Photoshop files, Illustrator files, all kinds of different files. There are over 300 file previewers. So let's take a look at this report. You'll notice that it loads directly inside of Teams. I have an option here also to start a conversation about it. This will post a new conversation in the TPS reports channel and attach this document to that message. Everyone will see a new conversation started inside of the TPS reports channel. So to see what that looks like, I'm going to close out of this document and go back over to posts. So you'll see where the document has been attached and my comment has been made. It's important to note that there is a reply button that's contained within each conversation. This is different from starting a new conversation. If you start a new conversation without responding, then your responses can become out of order because Teams will show you the newest conversations at the bottom of the page. So it is very important to note and make sure that you are responding to a post rather than starting a new conversation. I have a file that I would like to upload to this team also, so that the rest of my team can look at it. So I'm going to go back to the Files tab, and I'm going to click the Upload link. I can now browse my computer and find files that are on my hard drive, and click them and upload them into the team. So you'll see that this spreadsheet has now been uploaded to the team and can be viewed by everyone else who is in my team. By default, when you click on an Office file, it will open the file using Office Online. This is a great way to be able to work on Office files, even if you don't have Office installed on your computer. So you'll always be able to make changes to those important files. When we store Office documents in Teams, you get an added benefit of being able to co-author documents with your teammates. So I can see here that Joe has actually launched this document on his computer, and we're inside the same document at the same time working together. This is real time, so this is not a delayed synchronization process. I can see where Joe is as he's typing, what cell he's in, and what changes he's making. The other amazing thing about Office Files Online is every single time that a document is modified, a new version of that document is created. This is kind of like a backup because now I can go back in time and I can look at all of the different versions of this document throughout its history. And I can copy and paste data back and forth between those versions, and I can even restore a version to its original form. By default, you get 500 versions per document. If you require a little more traditional, more powerful editing, you can open up an Office file in the desktop app. The easiest way to do that is to go to the top of the Office Online document, click the three dots and say Open in Excel, or if you are in Word or PowerPoint, Open in Word. Clicking this will launch Excel on your desktop computer and bring up the same file that you were in just moments ago, except now I'm using the full power of Excel on my desktop. From here, I can go back in time and I can look at those previous versions of this file. Just click the title bar at the top, go to version history, and we'll see all of the different times that this document was modified. We can then open the version, go back in time, copy and paste what we need, or just click restore, and this will make the new version of the document restored. I'm back in the TPS reports channel now, and I'd like to show you one more thing in regards to files, and that is the search capability inside of Teams. This is a very, very powerful search engine. This search engine will search all of your conversations, all of your files, across all of the teams and chats that you have access to. So at the top, I can type in a search term. I can click between messages, people, and files. The really neat thing about this is this will actually search the contents of your document, not just the title. So you no longer need to worry about naming a very elaborate name in the title of your document, because leveraging SharePoint search capability, Teams can go down inside of a document and pull terms out of it. You also have, again, very powerful filtering capabilities where you can search a specific team, you can search a specific file type, and you can also specify if the file was currently modified by somebody. Finally, I'd like to show you how to set your own team settings. At the top right side of the app, you may see your profile picture. If you don't have a profile picture defined, then I would suggest doing so. This really helps people identify you and puts a face with the name when you're chatting. If you click your profile picture or your initials, you'll then be able to go into the settings of the Teams application. This is where you can go back and forth between different color themes, grid view, or list view. You can set your notification preferences, and you can configure your devices. So as you can see, I can pick my webcam, my speaker, my microphone. And last but not least, Teams is an evergreen service. It is constantly changing, constantly getting new features, and it's a pretty big deal for IFAS. So having a growth mindset is very important. And we want you to know that right inside of the Teams application, if you click the help icon in the bottom left, you can be taken to built-in training right here inside of Teams. These are more videos posted directly from Microsoft about how to use this application. I highly suggest you take a look. These are really good videos. I'd like to thank you for watching our Teams in 20 Quick Start video. Hopefully by now, you're ready to stop meeting and start teaming.